Hey there, my name is Don Cox, and I'm going to be your teacher, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to complete the blogging that you're going to be doing for us. Now, this is if you go back and look at the job post, this really is a data entry position because all you're really doing is copying and pasting information. You're going to be copying information from a website like alexa.com. You're going to be copying information from Twitter, from YouTube, and as well you're going to be copying information from some notepad files that we send to you. One is going to be a resource box, which is just HTML, and then another one is going to be sentences. We have a variety of sentences that you could use at the beginning of the post and then at the end of the post. So if your English isn't very good and you don't feel comfortable writing these sentences on your own, we're going to be sending you updated opening and closing sentences as you work for us. You have to make sure that when you do a blog post that you use a different sentence for every one that you do. You can't use the same sentence for every post that you do for us. You're going to be posting into a blog, an Empower Network blog. So it's a WordPress blogging system that is set up for our customers, and it has two modes. It has an advanced mode and an easy mode. I'm going to show you how to use the easy mode to start with, and then I'll show you how to do a post in the advanced mode. Alright, so what you need to do right now is open your browser and make sure that you have those two files that I sent you. Actually, those three files that I sent you. The resource box, the sentences, and then the Excel file that's called test template. You want to have those things open, accessible to you as you go through this test. Now, you probably don't even need this video to do the test, but I've decided to include this video as well to show you how easy it is to do this blogging. Now, when you're done a blog post, you're going to have to copy the URL and paste it into this tab called Your Blogging. So this is the part of the test that we're going to be checking. We're going to go over your posts to make sure that you've included all of the steps that we're asking you to do. Okay, so it's very important that you're able to follow instructions. For the first type of blogging, there's 14 steps involved. For the second type of blogging, there's 9 steps involved. Now, when you get really good at this will take you about 5 minutes to do, and this will take you about 2 minutes to do. You'll memorize these steps after you get to know them and do them a few times. You'll know which ones to do automatically, but it's best for you to use this checklist at the side here that I've included so that you make sure you have done all of the steps for each type of blogging. Your blogging is really just copying and pasting. It's simple as that. You're not doing anything original here. You're just copying and pasting the information for our customers. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and actually show you a blog that I went ahead and started already. And I'll just go over what I've completed already. So what I did is I copied the sentence, I copied the title of this particular article, and I went ahead and I pasted it into my Twitter. So I pasted it into the see what's happening right now box, and I searched, and then I pasted it into the YouTube box at the top, and I searched for information. I also pasted it into the headline box for my blog. right in the top here. Okay. The next thing that you have to do is you need to find a picture. So I went to the article and I right clicked on it, which brings up this menu, and I selected copy image URL. Then I went back to my post and I clicked upload, insert, and when I did that, I went to from URL and I inserted the picture into this box, the link to the picture, not the actual picture, but the link to the picture in the URL box, and then I inserted the URL into the link image to box at the bottom. Then I clicked link to image. Then I inserted it into the post, keeping it to the left. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and actually do that step for you. So I'm going to delete this picture. And I'm going to go ahead and reinsert that picture into the post. So to do that, I clicked on Upload Insert, and I made sure that my cursor was at the top. I clicked on Upload Insert. I went to the tab called From URL, and I right-clicked on the picture. I selected Copy Image URL, and I pasted it into this box, and I pasted it into this box. Then I clicked Link to Image. Then I clicked Alignment to the left. Then I clicked Insert into Post. That inserted the picture into the post. The next thing I did is I copied a sentence from the notepad file that we sent you. So I went to my sentences and I copied one of these sentences. So I copied one. So you just highlight it, right click on it, select copy. Then I pasted it right at the bottom of this picture. To get it at the bottom of the picture, I went to the HTML tab and I went right below the HTML for the picture. And I pasted it right at the top, right here. Now, when you go back to the Visual tab, you can actually see what the HTML looks like. And as you can see, the picture was posted right at the top of this blog post. Now, make sure that you sign it with your name. In my case, I signed it Don Cox, which is my name. If you have good English, you're able to write with good spelling and good grammar, go ahead and write your own sentence if you want. Okay, it's just much better if you come up with something unique on your own. The next thing that you have to do, and make sure that you use this checklist as you're going through, is, as you can see, I copied the title, I copied the image from the article with the link, and yes, watch the image size. If you copy a picture that is too big, it will not work on the blog. Okay, so if this picture at the top is too big, it's going to go under the writing at the right side of the blog, and you don't want that. You want to have the picture the right size, so make sure that you use a picture from the article. Don't click on it and enlarge it and then copy the enlarged picture. The next thing that you had to do is make up a sentence or copy a different sentence from the template and sign it, which I showed you how to do. The next thing, and this is very important, only copy 40% of the news article with a reference and block quotes. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you go to the article and you're going to copy only 40% of the article. So this article is actually fairly long. There's one screen full, two screen fulls, 3 screenfuls. So you could probably copy about 1.5 screenful, which is what I did. I copied all of this information right here, and I pasted it into the article. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure that when you paste it, you're going to put it in block quotes. Okay, so you're going to paste it into the article, and then you're going to make sure that it's in block quotes. And to do that, you're going to click on this button up here. So here's all the information that we pasted. Okay, and I'm going to click on block quotes. You notice it moves all the information and puts it in the middle of the blog. That's exactly what we want to do. The next thing that we have to do is we need to tell the reader where we got the information. And to do that, what you do is just put in 3 dots and then write the words, type the words, read more at with a colon. Then you go back to the article and you copy the URL where you got the information and you paste it right at the bottom, right after that colon. All right, so that tells the reader where we got the information. And you need to do this because if you don't, then it's going to look like you plagiarized, that you took the information from somebody else's work and you're passing it off as your own. You don't want to do that. So put it in block quotes. Always make sure that this reference is clickable. Now, the next thing that you have to do is you need to put a summary at the bottom of that information. So the best place to find the summary is at Alexa. So if you go back to the article and you click your back button, it should bring you back to Alexa. And underneath the title of the article, you should find a summary. Make sure that the summary doesn't have information that may have nothing to do with the post. So sometimes you're going to find information that has nothing to do with it. So you have to make sure that you read the summary at the bottom and that it is directly related to the post itself. Okay, so you just highlight it all, you copy it, and you go back to your post and you're going to paste it into the article. Make sure that it's in block quotes. You don't have to put a reference here because we already gave one. Just paste it into the post. The next thing that you have to do is put a closing sentence. To choose a closing sentence, you just have to go to our Notepad file and select one of the 10 sentences that we've already prepared for you. So just pick one. Make sure that you use a different sentence for each post. Don't use the same sentences. I've already done that. In fact, I wrote my own sentence for this one. And I put it at the bottom of the article, making sure that the block quotes button was turned off. So you notice here that it's turned on. To add the sentence, just make sure that it's turned off. Just click on it, it'll turn it off. Paste the sentence at the bottom, and then include your name after the sentence. Now the next thing that we have to do, according to our checklist, so make sure you're using your checklist as you go along, You need to post a recent video that's related to this article. We may not find one, and that's okay. You may not find an article, a video for every article that you do. If you do post a video, you have to make sure that it's directly related to the post. All right. So sometimes posting the title isn't always good. Let's just look for cardboard bicycle and see if it comes up. Probably won't, because there's probably not much information about cardboard bicycles. All right, while that's searching, I'm going to go back to Twitter and I'm going to see what kind of results came up. When I remember at the beginning, I pasted that title into the Twitter search bar and it came up with a tweet that's fairly recent. Here's one that's only 11 minutes old. Okay, so we're going to probably use that one. But let's go back and see what the search came up. Now the search actually came up with an article. I mean with a video. The search came up with a video that's actually relevant to our article. So let's click on this video. Make sure that it's in English. So we're just going to give a quick listen to it. If it's not in English, you'll have to select another one that's in English, obviously. Okay, I'm just going to have to use my headphones to see if I can hear this. Okay, so it is in English. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy the embedded HTML. So you're going to right click on the screen, copy embedded HTML. All right, we're going to go back to our post and you're going to paste it right after the sentence that we just wrote. And we're going to do that by going to the HTML tab. So you're going to go right at the bottom and you're going to paste it right in here. So there's the video. Cool. All right, now we have to go to Twitter and we got to embed a tweet into the article. It's really easy to do. All you have to do is go to the list of tweets that you found and then click on the time when this tweet was posted. You'll see when I put my mouse over the 13 minutes, a link comes up. So I'm going to left click on that. It's going to bring me to a tweet, and I want to embed this tweet into my post. So I'm going to look for the words on the screen that says embed this tweet, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now it's going to bring up a pop-up window that has the HTML code right at the top here. So we're going to go ahead and just select all of this information, by left clicking on it and dragging your cursor, your mouse over to select it all. Once you have it selected, you're going to right click on the highlighted area, and then you're going to go ahead and copy this information. Now you're going to go back to your post and you're going to paste that information right below the video. So there, that's right below the video. All right, perfect. The next thing that we have to do after we embed a tweet is we need to insert the resource box into the blog. So actually this should come right after this. So I'm going to rearrange this. And I'll put that in so that when you get this file, it's going to be in the correct order. So we're going to copy the HTML from the resource box, The resource box is a call to action for the reader. And I sent you a separate file called resource box. And it's going to have the customer name also in this file so that you know you got the right resource box. What you're going to do is copy the resource box HTML. This HTML is going to be different for every customer. So all you have to do is just copy that information. So highlight it all, right click on it, copy it, go back to your post, and right at the very bottom, okay, so right after the tweet, you're going to go ahead and paste this information. All right, perfect. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to enter some tags about this post. You have to enter tags or Google's not going to be able to find it. So we're going to go ahead and just enter some tags from the title of this article. So I'm going to copy Israeli inventor, paste that in here. I'm going to copy cardboard bicycle, paste it in there. And you can also copy these all the time. You can put Empower Network because that's the URL we're putting this information into. You can also copy a person's name. So if you happen to got the person's name, you can go ahead and put that in the article as well. So you just go to the article and you find some words, paste it into the tags. All right, it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. Amateur cycling enthusiast. These are the tags that are going to help Google find this article. So we're going to put in here maybe just the word blog. So as long as you have 5 or 6 tags for this article, it should be fine. You can also find words in the summary of the article. So we can put the word transportation. Let's see. Where was the city? Maybe we can put the name of the city into the article. All right, that's enough. Now what you have to do is you need to select a category. Okay, now the categories may not be available to you unless you click this down arrow button. So make sure that you do that. You're going to select this as news. And any other categories that seem relevant. This one's transportation. Let's see if they have transportation. No, yeah, they do. So we're going to select transportation. All right, so we've added the tags, we've added the categories. Let's see what else we have to do to get this right. All right, we've covered all of these steps. I'm just going to rearrange these right now. Put them in the right order for you. Enter tags, we select the category. Now we need to publish the post. So what you have to do is go up to the word publish here, just click on that, and that's going to publish everything. Now you want to take a look at it to make sure that everything shows up okay. one thing you want to check is the size of the picture. Make sure that the picture fits. Okay, so you notice the picture isn't going underneath this banner. Okay, that's what you want. You don't want this picture going over under the banner. We have our sentence, we have the content, we have a link to the content, we have the summary, we have the closing sentence, we have the video, we have a tweet, and we have our resource box. Make sure that your resource box shows up properly. It should be an image, and this should be clickable. You notice all of our tags. The tags have to be related to the article. That's why you're using words from the article itself. And we have our category selected. Now what you have to do is you need to syndicate this article. So to syndicate it, all you have to do is Google Plus it. So you just click on Google Plus and you click share. And then you click on tweet and you go ahead and tweet it. So now you've syndicated that article for the customer. And the last thing that you have to do is copy the link into the Excel file that we just sent you. And you're going to be copying the link right into this category right here. See the tab at the bottom where it says Your Blogging? This is where you're going to be copying the URLs right into these areas right here. Okay, so this is an SEO blog that you just did. So you're going to go back to your article and you're going to copy the URL at the top here. So you're going to highlight it, right click on it, copy, go back to your Excel file, and you're going to go ahead and just click on a cell and then right click and then paste the article, the URL to the article right in that cell. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to just go very quickly over the viral blogging technique. All right, so you've done the SEO. All right, you did all the steps for the SEO. Now, the viral blogging is exactly the same steps. Well, not exactly the same steps. I should say it's part of the same steps. It's not all of them, but it's part of those steps. So you're only going to be doing 9 steps instead of 14. All right, so you notice some of these steps are exactly the same. The only difference between this method of blogging and this method of blogging is just a few of the steps are eliminated to make it a little bit faster. One big step that's eliminated is the video. You don't have to post a video in the viral blogging method. All right, so let's go back to our post, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to select a new post. We're going to go back to Alexa, and we're going to select the second article down here. All right. So this one has a picture. It's got a video at the top. We're going to go ahead and go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do this post the viral method way. All right. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to copy the title, right? So let's go ahead and copy the title to this article by, highlighting it, and selecting it, and then right-click on it and copy. Now it looks like this. Okay, it's done. All right, so now we're going to go ahead. We're going to paste the name of that article right at the top. We're going to go to YouTube. We're going to look for a video on this article. We're going to go to Twitter, and we're going to search for a tweet about this article. Now, you don't have to open up the search bar, like I showed you at the beginning of this video. You can simply paste it into this little search bar at the top and then search for it. Okay, now we're going to go back and we're going to grab a picture. I don't want to copy the video right now, because you notice that when I click on this video, when I right click on it, the copy embedded HTML doesn't show up. Alright, so we can't copy this video. It's protected somehow. But we can copy the picture. So we're going to copy the image URL by right clicking on the picture and selecting copy image URL. We're going to go back to the post and we're going to insert an image. You're going to click on the upload insert tab or button, and then you're going to go over to the from URL tab, and you're going to paste the URL into the URL box, and you're also going to paste a link image to URL into the box. Now, you also have to click on the button link to image. Now, the reason we do that is so that we have a reference from where we took the image from. You have to make sure you have a reference, or it will be copyright infringement. All right, you don't want to be infringing copyright. Next thing you need to do is make sure it's to the left, and then insert the picture into the post. All right. Next thing we need to do is we need to select some of the content. Now, there's not a whole lot of content here, and we can only select 40% of it. But they've already taken content from another news source here. So we can actually take a little bit more than what it looks like, because we're allowed to take 40% of the content from this domain. So that means that, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. So we could easily take 2 paragraphs. All right. So we're going to take 1, 2. There, we're going to take these. We're going to take this much information. All right. We're going to right click on that highlighted area, copy it. I'm going to go back to our blog. Now we're going to go into the HTML tab, and we're going to paste this information right at the bottom of this, right at the end of this image. We don't want to just paste it here, because then the text is going to be too close to the image. We want to insert a couple of lines, and then you want to right click on this page and then paste the information into it. Now you want to highlight this information, and the reason you do that is because when you go back to the visual tab, you need to put this information in block quotes. Remember, you borrowed this information, so you have to put it in block quotes. At the end of the borrowed information, you put, the 3 dots, read more at colon. Then you're going to copy the URL where you took this information from. So you're going to highlight it, right click on it, come back here, put your cursor right after the colon, right click on the screen, paste the content or the URL right after the colon. You're going to put a space. You're going to go back to the article, and you're going to go to your steps now and see what steps are involved. You copied the title, you copied the image. Now it says make up a sentence or copy a different sentence from the template and sign it. This is optional, okay? You don't have to do this step. You'll get extra points if you do, but you don't have to, okay? I'm going to go ahead though and just grab a title, grab a sentence. So you're going to go back to your blog, and I'm going to put my sentence at the top here. Okay, sometimes you notice how it's not going down. So go to the HTML, and right at the top, right before the information you took from the article, I'm going to go ahead and paste my sentence right in there. All right, so now I'm going to take the block quotes off. I'll correct the spelling in any of those sentences to make sure it's correct. All right, this is optional. You don't have to do this. All right, but I went ahead and did it. All right, so the next step that you have to do is you need to embed a tweet, and then you need to put the resource box. Okay, so really there's only, there's no video, so this is going to be a lot faster. So you're going to go to the most recent tweet you can find, which is from this person. You're going to click on the how long ago this tweet was done. 9 minutes ago. You're going to click on, it's going to bring you to another page. You're going to click on embed this tweet. All right, and you're going to highlight all of the HTML for this tweet. And you're going to right click on it. You're going to copy that tweet, and you're going to add that right at the bottom of this article. But the best way to do it is go to the HTML tab and make sure it's right at the bottom. All right. The next thing you have to do, guys, is grab that resource box information. Remember, in the other method of blogging, we had the resource box. You have to include the resource box in this method as well. So highlight all that information, copy it by right-clicking on it, selecting copy. Make sure you're on the HTML tab. Go down to the bottom of the article, put in a couple of lines, okay, to separate the tweet from the resource box, and then you're going to right-click on the screen and paste the HTML into that. All right. Now, the next thing you have to do is enter your tags about this post and put it into a category. All right. So remember I said to you before, the quickest, the easiest way to do this is putting words from the actual, title of the article. So I'm going to put that name in there. I'm going to put this name in there, because this is what Google is going to be using, or this is what this blog is going to be using to get Google to rank it. So let's go back up to the top here. We're going to copy the name of the team. You're just copying words from the article. Let's see, what else can we find? Okay, we're gonna enter the words, and once you run out of words from the article, you can't find anything else you can put in there. There's really nothing else I can find here that would be good. Maybe we'll just put the word Seattle Seahawks. So once you've found enough words from the actual information, that you copied, you're going to put the word Empower Network. And let's put another word. How about the name of the person you're doing the blogging for? So put that person's name in there. All right, so let's go back to our checklist to make sure we did it all properly. All right, we copied the title, we copied the image with the link, we copied 40% of the news item with the reference in block quotes, we embedded a tweet, we copied the HTML resource box, pasted it into the blog post, we entered the tags. We need to choose a category now. Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to choose a category. Now, I collapsed the box. To uncollapse it, just click on this little down arrow. And this is going to be sports and news, right? So we're going to go, we're going to look for sports and news. So we're going to go news, and we're going to go sports. All right, let's go back to our checklist. Now we need to publish it. So you're going to click on the publish button. All right, now we're going to look at it. Okay, see the picture is the right size. Everything's in block quotes. We got the reference, to the article. We have a tweet. We have the resource box. We have all the tags. We have the categories. Now all we have to do is tweet it and Google Plus it. All right. Now the last thing we have to do is we're going to copy the URL at the top by selecting it, highlighting it all, right click on it, select copy. We're going to go to our Excel file. We're going to go to the Your Blogging tab, and we're going to put it under viral blogs. Okay. Now I've shown you how to do the SEO blog, and I've shown you how to do the viral blogging. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and just stop the video now. The next video is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through these steps a little more quickly for you. Just to remind you, if you're doing the test and you don't want to listen to this long video to remember what to do, I'm going to do a short video now that's going to show you the steps, but I'm not going to go into all the description like I did on this video. I'm going to assume you know how to right click on things, I'm going to assume you know how to copy things, highlight and copy, paste things. I'm going to assume you know that much, okay? And I'm going to go through it much more quickly. These have to be clickable. You notice the little hand comes up? They have to be clickable. This is the way we are going to be testing whether or not you did this properly. So you have to make sure that you have covered all of the steps in each, and that you pasted the URL properly, or you're not going to pass the test and you won't get the job. So if you have any questions, make sure that you email us and ask us questions before you do the test. All right, that's it. Good luck.